explain to us what happened and what caused this?
Well, as you know, a no confidence motion was passed against Minister Rohi by the opposition. I said then, 3 months ago, that they had no power, the National Assembly that is, to pass such a no confidence motion against the minister, that they have no power to compel the president to revoke Mr. Rohi's appointment, that they had no power to interfere with Mr. Rohi's right to function as an elected member of the National Assembly, that they had no right to interfere with Mr. Rohi's functions in terms of him being a minister, an executive officer in the National Assembly. All this motion is futile, the no confidence motion is impotent. And they did not, they ignored me and impede the minister from functioning. The speaker on the last occasion adjourned and said that he will seek an opinion other than that of the Attorney General. And the speaker has done so. The speaker retained, he said, 2 lawyers. And both lawyers gave opinions, and the opinions were identical.
Honourable members, please be seated.
Identical to that of the Attorney General.
Honourable members, at the time that I rose,
exactly,
I was unable to even hear my own
National
voice.
Assembly has no power
I believe
whatsoever
that, having given a ruling, that the ruling should be
to interfere
respected
with
and adhered
the
to.
minister's ability and capacity
I
to function as an elected member of the National Assembly and as a minister of the government. And therefore, consequently, the National Assembly's interference with the minister's ability to function constitute a violation of the doctrine of separation of powers. We have seen that the opposition has refused to comply with the ruling of the Speaker. Now we have a state now of anarchy in the Parliament. Standing orders all say that the Speaker of the National Assembly shall preside over the Assembly, and his ruling or his rulings are final and conclusive on all matters affecting the National Assembly. And what we are witnessing here now is anarchy, where you have the National Assembly is refusing to comply or to recognize or to abide with a ruling of the Speaker of the National Assembly. So you have on the one hand the fact that the Speaker himself said to the press that it cost $1.7 million of taxpayers' money for this Parliament to sit. The Parliament sat for 2 consecutive sessions to deal with the no confidence motion. They ignored the advice of the government and the Attorney General that it was a futile exercise, so they spent up about $3.4 million in debating a motion that was futile. Then they ignored the advice of the Attorney General and they went to retain another lawyer, 2 other lawyers for that matter. So they put the taxpayers into further expenditure by seeking legal services. And when all of that is completed and all that money is wasted and the Speaker has ruled based upon the advice received from independent counsel, 2 of them, including Mr. Rex Herbert McKay, you find the opposition again refusing to abide by the Speaker's ruling. What you have now is a National Assembly that is completely out of control, driven by the 1-seat majority. And as I said in my article series in the newspaper, it is an unruly...
Honourable members!
What does this mean?
Honourable members!
The processes of
unfortunately,
the processes of
reluctantly but in vain, I
derailed.
must suspend this Assembly
all
by
of
the powers
this
vested in me
is
under Standing Orders
designed
47-9 until the 22nd of November 2012. Thank you very much.
and to destabilize the government and
Adjourn.
throw the country into political chaos. That is the objective